Well, it is Wednesday, October 9th. We are in Villafranca at our hotel. We left Grignon this morning.
Not on 4 feet, but 4 wheels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had to... we taxied out of Grignon to Villafranca, where we had already had reservations. It was supposed to be a 17-mile day, but Alex's blisters just... there was just no way he could walk, and no way I was going to let him hobble along, especially for...
She pulled the wife card.
17 miles. Anyway, so we will take a rest today. It's a beautiful hotel that we've seen so far. We're just waiting to check into our room.
I'm going to say something about these blisters. So in 2017, I did not get blisters that required me to take a 0 day. I did get a blister, but it was minor. I kept going. I never changed socks during that time during the day. I didn't use any type of anti-friction like Vaseline or Sport Slick that's popular in the US. But this year I thought I'm going to be very proactive, and I'm going to change socks every day, which I've done. I'm going to use Sport Slick in the morning. I'm going to use Sport Slick when I change socks, which I've done. And guess what? I got blisters on the fat pads or the heels. The balls of both feet. I don't know if we'll throw a picture on there of these things.
You don't want to see it.
Yeah, they're very, very painful. And I have a high pain tolerance. I don't even take a pain medicine after surgery, but if someone had given me pain medicine yesterday, I would have taken it. Thankfully, last night we stayed with 2 doctors, one from Italy, one from the US, both of which concurred that they were not infected, which made me feel good.
That's good.
So we decided, why not just take a rest day, which is what we're doing. And what a perfect day to take a rest day. It is cold and rainy outside.
It's a huge swing from
what we've been experiencing.
80-something yesterday to mid-60s and rainy and cold today. So, yeah, it is a perfect day to take a rest day.
But the people at the hotel here that are waiting to check in, it's like an infirmary of the feet. There's a lot of people who are experiencing foot issues or musculoskeletal issues. So I'm not really disappointed. Melody and I are going to get caught up on videos and whatnot. Courtyard of our hotel, San Anton Abad, is the hotel. It also has an albergue, but Melody and I took a taxi from Grignon this morning, and we have been hanging out right here, waiting to check in, along with a lot of other pilgrims who are experiencing some type of pain in the body from walking. But like we said, it's a great day to take a 0 day, and this is a really nice place to take a 0 day. So we're thankful to be warm and dry and in here, resting up and recovering.
Last night at Grignon, they do a communal meal, and you all help cook the meal, prepare it, and then we all sit down and eat together. There were 2 long tables, and then
In a church.
In a church.
A bell tower of a church.
Yeah. Everything here is very old. So centuries old church.
And sleeping on mats like kindergarten. Mm-hmm. Back to the days of kindergarten.
Yeah. So we all help prepare the meal and then eat together, and then we all wash the dishes together. And then afterwards, it's like a pilgrims sharing session. So we all met, sat around in what would have been like the choir loft, and sat in our little own individual chairs. They had candles lit, and each person, we passed a candle around. Each person went around and just shared
in their native language.
Yes. They each shared why they're doing the Camino. And even though you don't understand what everyone is saying, there was Japanese, Italian, Korean, Spanish, English, French, and Portuguese. Even though you don't understand exactly what everyone's saying, you can feel and hear the meaningfulness and intent,
authenticity
in all of it.
Yeah.
It's moving, and we get to share, what the Camino means to us and why we're walking, and so I just shared that this is a time. A lot of people who are doing the Camino, they're in a time of transition and sometimes a burden, and they're taking the time on the Camino to reflect on maybe some changes that need to be made, and hoping the Camino can help maybe provide some insight onto what changes they need to make. And for me, the Camino is a time of transition, but it's a celebration of transition into to married life, and to starting our life together as a married couple. So it's a different perspective than I think most of the pilgrims. Just a really wonderful experience, and special, because we haven't had that very experience yet. So it was very nice.
And we went to Mass and did another pilgrim's
blessing
by the priest, it was in Spanish, but you hear Peregrino and Santiago and the blessing, and it's very special. So if you're doing the Camino, when you check into a place, ask the hospitalero or the person at the front desk or wherever you're sleeping if there's a Mass and a pilgrim's blessing, and they'll definitely be able to tell you if it's happening in that little village.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a group of bags that are being transported. We've mentioned shipping our bag. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it works. So this is the lobby of a hotel and an albergue. And voila. And people leave their bags to be shipped for the next day. It's an extremely easy process. All you have to do is, some companies allow you to do it online, but many places allow you to just tag your bag. You just put your name. I don't want to show that because I don't know whose bag that is, but put your name and where the bag is going, and you put €5 inside. Some companies are €4, but €5, and your bag will be shipped. As you can see, some people come here with suitcases and intend to ship it every day. Some people, like this group of bags, clearly intended to carry their packs, and then for illness or injury or whatever reason, they decided to ship it. I do want to make one tip for those of you with actual backpacks, whether you're shipping your bag or you're just taking your backpack off. Don't leave it like this. This is a disaster waiting to happen. See this plastic clip? That's all it is plastic. And it's sitting out here in the runway of a hotel and an albergue. All it will take is for somebody to come by, step on this plastic, and this whole backpack will be essentially disabled because you won't be able to use the waist pack anymore. Finding the exact male-female mate plastic would be impossible. We're right now in a population village of 20. So always, when you take your pack off, always clip this together. Preferably clip it behind here so the entire piece is out of the way. I'll clip that when I'm done recording for that Peregrino. But if you want to ship your bag, it's really easy. Some allow you to do it online, but if you are doing it rather spontaneously, at the check-in of all places, see these tags. These are 2 shipping companies right there that make it really easy. They come with rubber bands, and you just fill it out what your name is, where you're going, or where you want your bag to go. Put the €5 in there, leave your bag sitting, and then the companies come in and pick them up, and when you get to your intended destination, your bag will be there. We actually know the people who have these 3 bags, and we only know it because we recognize the bags. But a couple nights, I guess 2 nights ago in Grand Yon, I think we talked about Maureen and Linda and Jean from the States, California. I think Linda's actually lives in Bend, Oregon, but this is their 3 bags, so we've left them a note when they get here.
Melody would not be happy with this toilet. I have a feeling she wouldn't use it. But this is why. It's in the men's room. Okay, so last night we stayed at Grand Yon at the church, and it was full, or what they call completo. And so this Spanish guy right here, he tried to stay at the church, and it was obviously full, so he went to the albergue. This is a picture. That's amazing. You were the 2 people there.
This is our Hotel San Anton Abad in Villafranca. It looks very nice. It seems very fancy. Let's go see what's over here. Look at this guy. He looks angry. His helmet looks angry. This man too. Maybe they're going to war.
Well, what started out as a cold, rainy day for our fellow peregrinos has turned out to be a beautiful day. It's too bad we can't partake of it, but you know what? It is what it is, and being able to adapt to whatever life throws you is part of being alive, I think. So seeing the sunrise and the sunset from a taxi.
Shaky, shaky like a leaf.
Shaky like a leaf.
Yeah.
Well, we're in our hotel room in Villafranca at San Anton Abad. We started and ended our day in a cab. Poor Alex is not doing well. We saw a medic here, a pilgrim, who said we should go see a doctor in Bellarado. So we left.
Took a cab.
We took a cab probably around 6 to Bellarado, which is about 7 or 10 kilometers away. We got to the medic or doctor.
Horrible.
They were very, very rude.
Horrible.
Unsympathetic. 2 women, and it was like.
So from the United States, you ever walk down the street to a bank and put in a pen to pay? We could even pay them. We have no deductible travel insurance. It's not a problem, but we could have paid them cash there. But they were like, you have to go to this bank.
There's just this
rude.
Yeah, there's obviously this process that you have to go through. They can't accept money. You have to go through the bank to pay. But they were so unsympathetic, very rude, mean about it. And
I was like, nope.
Yeah, it's just unacceptable. There's no to start the treatment off in that manner. There's no reason to
peace out,
to continue. Why would you seek service when you're feeling terrible already?
You got to walk down the street to some bank and put in a pen.
And they're just mean about it. There's no reason for that. It was incredibly disheartening and just made me so angry. I wanted to say to her, why are you so mean? Like, what happened to you? Why are you so mean? Is it because it's a Wednesday at 6:00 and
there's nobody in there?
There was nobody in there. They were waiting for people. They didn't want to help us. It was just obvious they didn't want to help us. So we left and called the cab back.
Which was a horrible process.
Yeah, it was a whole other issue. The phone wasn't working, but the cab driver was very nice. He was a very caring person, even though he spoke no English. I could tell he was very sympathetic. Anyway, we're back in the hotel. It's about 10 till 9, and Alex is shaking and feverish.
We're going to Burgos tomorrow. Population almost 250,000.
Yeah, we're in Villafranca. There, I think it's population 20. Seriously, 20. So we'll go to Burgos tomorrow. We'll go see a doctor there and get some help. Hope you feel better.
How do you feel about this interruption, dear?
What did you say earlier? In sickness and in health. It is just part of life. I'm just happy we're together. And
the Camino will always be here.
The Camino will always be here. Absolutely. We can come back and do it. Luckily, we have that trifecta you were talking about. The time, the ability.
I don't have the ability right now, but I will.
No. Well, but you will, and the means to do it. So
it's disheartening, but we're, like you said, we're together, and the Camino will be here, and I guess I owe you another honeymoon next year.
Yeah.
Every year. Let's make it a tradition.
We get a honeymoon every year.
Now let's turn the heat up even higher.
Okay.
Oh.